Top 10 luxury cars that redefine wealth. Luxury goes beyond simply having money. It is about making statements. Furthermore, there is no better way to loudly announce your affluence than by driving about in a vehicle that costs more than the majority of people's homes. These gadgets are not designed to transport you from one location to another. They are rolling works of art, status symbols, and in a great number of cases, bits of history. Today, we are going to take a closer look at the top 10 most luxurious automobiles that are now available. These cars are so uncommon and so lavish that they have blurred the boundary that separates transportation from value. 10. Rolls-Royce Phantom. The Phantom is more than just a car. It is a throne that has been placed on wheels. When billionaires are looking for a way to go around the city without making any noise, this is their preferred option. The interior of the vehicle, which is handcrafted, gives the impression of being inside a private jet, with carpets made of lamb's wool, ceilings that emulate starlight, and sufficient choices for modification to ensure that every Phantom is one of a kind. It establishes the benchmark for luxury sedans, with prices beginning in the neighborhood of $500,000. Comfort is not the only factor that is taken into consideration when deciding whether or not to purchase a Phantom. In a literal sense, it is about being perceived as someone who has reached their destination. In a figurative sense, it is about being perceived as someone who has achieved their goals. 9. Ferrari, LaFerrari, Aperta. LaFerrari, which is roughly translated as the Ferrari, is the name that Ferrari has given it. The groundbreaking hybrid hypercar combined raw V12 power with electric assistance to generate over 1,000 horsepower. Only a small number of extremely affluent collectors were allowed to purchase one, and the prices on the secondary market have since risen to far over $5 million. It is a vehicle that redefines what it means to be exclusive. In the eyes of many, this is more than just a means of transportation. This is a ticket into a highly exclusive Ferrari fraternity, where money is not the only thing that is required for membership. You are the one that Ferrari has selected. 8. The Mercedes Maybach S-Class. When the objective is to achieve silent power, the Maybach is an excellent choice. For those who are not familiar with the Mercedes S-Class, it can appear to be a typical version of the car, but once you go inside, you will find that it is like a penthouse on wheels. The limousine of choice for billionaires, it is known for features such as reclining back seats, champagne fridges, and whisper quiet trips. Even though it is not the most costly item on this list, it comes at a price of over $200,000 and symbolizes understated riches. This is the car for people who desire luxury but don't want to make it too obvious, which is a characteristic of those who have inherited their wealth. 7. Lamborghini Centenario. The Centenario is as extreme as it gets, and it was created to commemorate the 100th birthday of Ferruccio Lamborghini, the company's founder. This work of art, which is worth $2 million, has been a collector's item since the day it was produced, as only 40 units were ever manufactured. It is unlike any other vehicle on the road because it has a striking design, aerodynamics that are ahead of their time, and a V12 engine that roars like a beast. However, more than speed, it is about legacy. Being the owner of a Centenario means that you are a part of the mystique that surrounds Lamborghini, which is a tribute to the man who transformed bulls into icons. 6. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300+. It was not simply a matter of engineering when Bugatti succeeded in surpassing the 300 mph threshold. It was a moment that would go down in history. The Chiron Supersport 300+ is not just quick. It is also evidence that no limit is within reach when innovation is driven by money. This vehicle, which has a price tag of $3.9 million, is more of a status symbol than a functional mode of transportation. There are only a limited number of people who can afford to purchase speed itself, and these people become members of an even more exclusive group of people. The majority of people will never have the opportunity to witness one in person. 5. The Bentley Mulsanne Grand Limousine. The Mulsanne Grand Limousine, which is custom built by Bentley, is without equal when it comes to pure chauffeured luxury. It feels like a royal palace on wheels because it is equipped with crystal glass, champagne coolers, and carved wood. And it has been extended by an additional meter in length. Each one is distinct and customized to the desires of the owner, with prices exceeding $1 million by a considerable margin. The driver of this vehicle is not the focus of attention here. The passenger is the one who matters. They are the individual who has enough power to be driven about rather than to drive themselves. 4. Pagani Huayra Roadster BC. Pagani is not an automobile manufacturer. It's an art studio that is disguised as one. The Huayra Roadster BC is a symphony of carbon fiber that costs $3.5 million, and it is a showcase of love in which every bolt and stitch is a masterpiece. The craftsmanship that goes into it is what makes it genuinely redefine riches, even though its twin-turbo V12 engine is shockingly powerful. It is like if you had a Michelangelo sculpture that you can drive around in when you possess a Pagani. In the eyes of the ultra-wealthy, that degree of artistic skill is invaluable. 3. Rolls-Royce Sweptail. In terms of tailored luxury, the Sweptail could very well be the ultimate expression. Its price tag of $13 million made it one of the most expensive automobiles ever manufactured, and it was commissioned by an anonymous billionaire. This is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece that was inspired by Rolls-Royces from the 1920s as well as luxurious yachts. There will never be another one like that. The Sweptail makes it clear that the definition of luxury is not simply about how scarce something is. It is also about how exclusive it is. The ultimate form of power is when you drive something that no other person on the planet is allowed to possess. 2. Ferrari 250 GTO. The 250 GTO is more than simply a vehicle. This story is a legend. As of today, there are only 36 of them in existence, and each one is valued at more than $50 million. They were all built in the 1960s. It is considered the holy grail by collectors. As a matter of fact, a 250 GTO was previously sold for $70 million, making it the most expensive vehicle ever sold in a private transaction. It is an embodiment of racing glory, cultural legacy, and the enduring worth of craftsmanship. 1. Bugatti La Voiture Noire. And now, last but not least, the Bugatti La Voiture Noire, sometimes known as the Black Car, takes the #1 spot. It is considered to be the most expensive new car ever manufactured. With a price tag of $18.7 million, it is just as much a work of art as it is a machine, thanks to the fact that it has a body that is shaped like liquid metal and a performance that lives up to it. Bugatti is absolutely correct in labeling this a work of haute couture. Driving is not the only thing involved in owning this vehicle. The goal is to make a declaration. I am in possession of something that no one else has. For the rest of us, these automobiles may continue to be nothing more than fantasies, brief glimpses into a way of life that we will never be able to experience. However, they serve as a reminder of an idea that is universal. Individuals will continuously make an effort to build, to create, and to own objects that push the boundaries of their imagination. Money were not an issue. Which of these legendary luxury brands would you want to purchase? Make sure to leave your pick in the comments section below. For additional in-depth explorations into the realm of luxury, wealth, and the extraordinary, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and click on the notification bell.